Coconut lime. Yep, from Stirling. Smells like coconut and lime. Hence the name coconut lime. It smells really good. And a day like this where I'm miserable, yeah, I want something to make me happy. And today it's coconut lime. I decided to go with that. And then we have some Statum blades with my 1983 Black Beauty from Gillette. Nice little razor. It's my own. Purchased 1983. It's like, believe it or not. Yes, I do go back that far. And we'll follow up with some Stetson. I like Stetson. I guess I'm old school in some ways. It's like a lot of the old scents work for me. It's like they worked then, they work now. So there you go. All right. Got a little Barbasol 1919 on the face. There we go. Add a little bit of moisture. Oh no. Into the sink it goes. Timber. Oh well. It needed washed anyway, right? Okay. And what was I going to do? Oh yeah. See, I'm all discombobulated today. It's like when you're in massive brain numbing pain, which is interesting because when you have a lot of extreme pain, guess what you can't do? You can't sleep. You try to lay down and sleep and your body's like, hello, what are you trying to do? Wake up! You know, and you're like, so 24 hours later, I still haven't slept at all. So if I'm a little loopy, there you go. All right. Smells good. So hopefully tonight I get some sleep. My wife is like, what's the matter? I'm like, well, I can't sleep. She gets up about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I'm still up. She's like, you're still up? Yep. I went to bed for about an hour and a half. And it didn't work. It didn't. I'm just sitting there every time I start getting close to being nodding off, and all of a sudden the old lower back just goes, hello. Start screaming. It's just put it this way. Imagine having a big nest of hornets and then shoving them down inside your pants and have them go and just sting the hell out of you. That's what's going on away from my mid waist or around the belly button on down to my toes. Yeah. Which means my spinal cord is swelled up and it's like aggravating. And the reason for it is I spent Tuesday cutting up a tree. We have this lovely thing called the emerald ash borer. It's a beetle and it lays its eggs in the ash trees. And then they go boring through the tree and then eventually the tree dies. And we had an ash tree in our yard. We had one that was outside the sidewalk towards the right of way by the street. So they came in and just like cut it down, and then they get this big giant auger thing, goes in the ground, goes and ground up the roots and everything, and then they moved on to the next one because the whole street was lined with them. So he's like, oh, they're dying or gonna die. We just get rid of them. So they mowed them all down. And they're still doing it. You look through the whole area. It's like you look in people's yards, you got dead ash trees everywhere. And mine that I still had, it's fairly young. We lived here 28 years and it was just a sapling when we moved in. So it's probably about 35 years. I didn't count the rings. But this spring it leafed out. Is this still in setting 4 or 3? Yeah, it looks like it's on setting 3. Yeah, setting 3. And about the time for the fair, hit back in early August, it started dropping leaves and just shriveling up. That's how quick it happens. And then the bark stuff falling off of it. And it was like just worm borers everywhere through underneath, because it goes along and eats everything underneath the bark and kills the tree quickly as they move on looking for something else to eat. And you just see the progression as it moves. It's like a slow moving wave going across the city. It's like the west side of the city, they don't have any problems yet. The east side, well, most of ours are gone. And the state fairgrounds had a whole bunch of them. Ash trees everywhere, and they're all gone now. Last couple of years, they've taken them all out because they started dying. And once you get infested with it, it's probably a 2-3 year, and they're done, gone. It's a bummer, but no. Sounds like the UPS man is here. Hear him driving up. Hey, that was a good catch right into the bowl. And I went out there and broke out the chainsaw, the old skill, and chopped her up. And then stacked it. And my neighbor, he has a trailer, and we loaded it up yesterday because he had one that a smaller one that we diced up to. So the end result, it was toast, and it's off to and they have he works for the city, so he just takes it to the city area, where they have like a dump area where they have this big giant wood chipper thing, and they turn it into mulch. And people complain, oh, you got that mulch, it's got to follow those bugs. And then the city guy goes, not going to matter. It's not going to slow them down, so we'll just make good use of the tree when we got them. And I said, if you want free mulch, come get it. But I chopped the tree down to about, I guess it was about 2 feet from the ground. Put a little notch in it, and then I got my log chain out. I got a log chain that I had since, it belonged to my dad on the farm. Literally, it was like, I keep it in my truck, and we used to take the tractor and hook it up to the hitch on the back and cut a tree down, because I grew up with wood heat, and cut a ash or a oak down or something like that, hardwood. That was a good burner. And then turn around and drag it out of the woods and drag it back to the house and chop it up and stock it up in cordwood for over the course of the winter. And you can go through 10 cord of wood, just keeping the house warm in the wintertime. It's like when it gets down to, it's like northern Minnesota, there are times you get into the minus 40, minus 50 Fahrenheit, which is pretty chilly. You're constantly burning wood. And then what do you got? A large supply up there? Wood. There's trees everywhere. And we had 360 acre farm plus what we had next door neighbors, and neighbors like, hey, you want to go in there and chop the trees out and slowly thin it out, that's okay with us. So just you go in and cut wood. But I have that constantly bending over and lifting logs and stuff up, or you're talking something yay big. That's about that long. Each piece weighs maybe 50 pounds, which is roughly 20-25 kilos, something like that. Somewhere in that range. Probably like 22, 23, but and I got a bad back, so sometimes it will get aggravated, and next thing you know, you're in agony. My advice: never break your back. Not fun. There we go. Man, it smells good. Alright, let's go against the grain here. Still in setting 3. You don't have a Gillette Black Beauty. Yeah, looking to try to find one. They work really good. It's an adjustable. It does the job really good. So if you like a little more aggression, you just dial that sucker up and go to town with it. Unlike my Super Speed, my 1940 Super Speed, it's fairly aggressive. I'd say it's around a 4, probably a 5 actually, maybe a 6, I guess. Been a couple weeks since I used it, but you can get those that act a little more. And you got his predecessors, the Black Beauty, the Slim and the Fat Boy. Working good. I would like mine on a little more. Setting 3 in this is not really aggressive, but the reason I do it, it's like on the side of my face, I can easily go 5s. But when it gets up in this area, I always go a setting 3, because I got all that scar tissue. When you start getting something a little more aggressive, it has a tendency to try to shave the head tops off my scars, and I don't like that. It kind of hurts, especially if you catch it, one of them. I'm surprised I survived my childhood. I don't know, has anybody here watched that show, Malcolm in the Middle? I love that show, because it reminds me of that was my youth. Malcolm in the Middle. So, my older brother would be Francis. He was always the one that was. But we were like criminal masterminds in a way. Stuff we used to do. But, you know, the roughhousing and constantly beating each other up and stuff like that. I had 5 other brothers. And that was us growing up. Yeah, we would all of us get into a knockdown, drag out fight, beat the stuffing out of each other, and then afterward we'd laugh. Like, that was a good one. You hit me pretty hard there. And it's like, I'll get you next time. No, you won't. Yeah, I will. And my older brother, 2 years older than me, so he'd be 4 years old, 4 or 5 years older than the younger guys. And we'd all gang up on him sometimes. So it was like 4-on-1, 5-on-1. Yeah. And that's what it takes. Imagine a bunch of kids that grew up on a farm who were really strong because we'd constantly doing chores, working out. The coach, the wrestling coach, back when we were in elementary school, late elementary school, he's like, I got a free weight set. Well, what's that? Like, check into the gym or the workout room. They showed us what to do, and we took to it like ducks to water. And I still, to this day, I'm late 50s, I'm still working out. So, we were pretty strong kids. Just put it this way. When I was 40, on my 40th birthday, I could bench 500 pounds, which is, what, 250 kilos or something like that. So, it was a bit of weight. Yeah, we were all in the 500 club. Heck, in high school, the coaching squad, the team had or the school had a weightlifting program, and you got a free t-shirt. So if you benched 200 pounds, you get a free t-shirt. Couple of weepers there. Figured I did that. Felt like it caught a little bit. Blade's getting old. Probably need to send it to the bin. And then you get a 250, you get a 275 or 300, 350, 400, that type. And my younger brothers, two of them, the twins, the terrorists, yeah, they were 400 in the 400 club by their junior year in high school. They were big kids. Ooh, a little stinging across the upper lip there, which is interesting. You usually don't get stinging with Stetson. But it smells so good. So if you don't know about Stetson or never tried it, like Stetson. I got the menthol version. I like menthol. Oh, it's starting to feel like coolness happening. Yeah, like it. Likes it a lot. All right. That was the shave of the day. I feel much better now, even though I'm in pain. But it's aromatherapy. And talking about things helps too. So that was Stirling's Coconut Lime. Yeah, it smells good. Oh, that reminds me. Somebody asked me about my space in here. I think I showed it before, but it is small in here. It's like, got my elbow here. I can touch the wall. It's like you got the stuff right there. So yeah, I got a small space. So that's why my If you made it this far in the video, that is why I have the small box. Because if I did the full screen, you'd see about that much of me. So, who wants to see that? You don't. No. Alright, so that was the shave of the day, guys. So, hope you like it. So, hit the old like button. If you're here the first time, appreciate it. And hit the subscribe button. For all you subscribers that have been around here since the beginning, thank you. Appreciate you all for being here. And we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.